the nighttime, for walls won't hold me tonight. And if this town is just another...
Hey folks, good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time. It's Thursday. It is March 15 and we welcome our friends to onespotmedia.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at Smile Jam TVJ, and also on televisionjamaica.com. So
I want to welcome Miss Dockery to the set.
I love that. Yeah,
she stand up like a statue.
Come now, Miss Dockery.
Miss Dockery stand up like a statue. Like she say, oh my God, how am I going to work this out?
Let me get this one.
Good morning, Evadne.
Thank you, Miss Dockery. There you go, my darling. Thanks, Miss Doc. They're in glasses. One of them I get old like me. All of them get old like me.
You know what happened? And I had them before.
I've seen them.
Yeah, and I didn't wear them. And then when I put them on, it never made no sense.
Did you not wear...
So I had to go back and get them done. Because they never nice. Used to me again.
Did you not wear it when we did Sportsman and Sportswoman? Never wear it one time? No?
In rehearsal.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice. Looks
so really, I have to keep remembering to wear them, or else they may not have no use again. I'm never gonna go back all over.
You all right?
I'm good. How are you? You look rather spiffy this morning. What's going on?
I don't know. Yesterday morning, I wasn't in the mood to wear a tie yesterday morning, so I decided to put a jacket on.
Right.
And it did feel nice. So today I decided to try it again. I'm soon going back to my tie.
And red socks and...
Yeah.
Okay.
She might be going off to school, so I want to do this quickly. I met her father yesterday, so I'm told that she watches the program every morning. She's 10 years old. Her name is Alicia Pennington. So Alicia, I hope you're watching. I met your dad yesterday, who kind of stopped me because your father's a police officer.
So you're not afraid?
He pulled me over yesterday, but now my papers are in order. They just did a spot check on Reddit.
Oh, and he just happened to see it was you?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
nice.
I showed him my official papers. I remember I pay my ticket and things, so I am quite fine here now. So them can't do me nothing. So good morning to her dad, Constable Andrew Pennington, and also Constable Cooper was there also. Very, very respectful. Stopped me and
nice.
Took out my papers and
did his job.
Yeah, but very respectful. So it was great to meet you, sir. And Alicia, I hope you're watching. I told your dad I would say hi this morning. So thank you so much for watching our program and have a great day at school. 10 years old is what, GSAT time? Not are you too young for GSAT?
No, she should probably be...
10 is GSAT?
Yes.
Eh?
She should probably be heading into GSAT.
This week, next week?
Depends on when she became 10.
Well, I guess you soon take it.
Depends on when she became 10.
Just don't worry about it. It's easy. So again, to the police officers. Well, every time they stop me every time I see them on the street, especially what's going on in our country. I said, why they have such a tough job? I keep remembering the officer who stopped me coming to work one morning, like at about 4 o'clock. And my car is tinted, and the back windows were up, my windows were up. And when he pulled me over, he kind of stayed behind, and then he asked me to put the window down. So I had put my window down, and then he asked me to put the back window down, which I did, and he took a look in, and again I showed him my papers, and I was let go. But I was thinking when I drove off, I said, why? He couldn't see in the car. No. Anybody could be in the back with me. Anybody could be in the car, and it's an incredibly tough job. And sometimes we say they're corrupt, and maybe some of them are, and we give them a hard time. But boy.
Tuesday, I said to Simone, we call the police most times at the worst of times. It's times when we don't want to deal with something or we can't. Then we say, police, you have to come deal with it.
Man. They have a tough job. Even the other night, I dropped someone home after football, and on one of the streets, there was obviously a crime scene. And now this is like 11 o'clock, and you see the lights, and the tape was across the street. And again, boy, what a tough job. So y'all be safe out there. But again, great to meet you, the two officers, Officer Cooper and Pennington. And Alicia, again, have a great day. All right, let me tell you what's up on the show this morning. You know about Fleet Street, which is downtown, where painters decorated the abandoned lot 4 years ago. Well, we'll be having a feature about that today.
Yeah, they completed the third phase of the project. So our team checked out the new paintings, adding even more color to the streets.
And Carnival is bringing color to the streets, right? But we're shifting focus to what the church has to say about this type of, how do you pronounce this word, reveling? That's been in Jamaica for years. And it won't be the first time we'll be hearing that the church might have some issues. It's Easter, it's Sunday. I suspect they're saying that the revelers do some stuff in the East and on the Sunday.
But no, there's something in the paper that a representative of some church, I won't say the entire church, said they're worshiping Satan basically when they do it. So that's going to be an interesting discussion. Yeah. And it's a new year for career opportunities when it comes to social media. We're going to check them out later on, but right now, here are hot topics.
Well, good to hear from my friend Simon Bennett. All right, so the teachers, they were a little bit upset that what they thought would have been union busting by the ministry, but now they're saying the teachers will not be paid the increase this month. So the government has agreed not to go ahead with payment of increased salary and retroactive amounts to teachers this month because the current salary negotiation has not been concluded or a heads of agreement signed, which is what the teachers were saying from day one. So they had a meeting yesterday. I think they will continue today. And I also think that all will be well today for high schools, because the word was that it will be a 3-day sick out, for want of a better phrase, and 3 days.
So today the teachers will be well.
So today the teachers should all be well and should be back at school today. I understand their position. Tough for the youngsters.
Yeah.
And it was great to see and hear some of the teachers. I remember Denham Town Primary deliberately that went to school because they said the youngsters have GSAT coming up and they wanted to ensure they didn't miss any time for that. So, and some teachers just decided we're not going to stay away. We're going to go to school. But again, I understand their plight, and I hope everything works out for the best of everyone. For everyone, for the government, for the teachers, and for the youngsters.
Right. I will say that we should also, at this point, commend the government. You know, me as a woman, me cuss them when them do things wrong. The fact that they have now said, okay, let's sit at the table again and let's revisit this. I think we should say, we have to give due credit where credit is due. When we're singing in Jamaica and people do something we don't like and they say, okay, I'm wrong. We say, yes, we have to back up. That's not the way you encourage people. So thank you, government people and JTA people. The fact is, even if at this point the teachers revisit and say, all right, we'll go ahead, they had a chance to air their views. So let's move on.
Great stuff.
Good.
This one is...
It shouldn't have to come to this, I know already, but...
This one is strange. Mr. Fisher, Orrit Fisher, who joined the Electoral Office of Jamaica 23 years ago. He has resigned effective yesterday. Wow.
It's strange because he was in the middle of
he was in court, and apparently he went to court because he didn't want to leave, and then he decided to move. He told staff members...
Maybe not that he didn't want to, but he just felt they shouldn't push him out.
Yeah, he told staff members, by the way, that with his court case still pending, he's unsure if it was able to highlight growing level of political influence, which is huge. Growing level of political influence. And I think he's suggesting he doesn't want to say any more because the
court case is still going on.
I would love to hear what that means. He said it's heartening to see that most of the changes at the Electoral Office have been positive. He says the past commissioners like Professor Errol Miller and past directors like Mike Sullivan had a vision of what they wanted the organization to go and play the role in the development. So that's
you know,
will hear more, I'm sure.
It's difficult, Sir Fisher, to have jobs like those. I can't imagine the staff this morning, the uncertainty they are going on. But
I want to know what political influence means.
Well,
the kind of
at the Electoral Office, you know.
I love the little gossip.
At the Electoral Office.
I want to know what that means.
The Electoral Office.
Sir, all right. If you can just
and elections decide who runs the country.
If you can just tell me personally what it means, me don't know.
Yeah.
I won't tell him says you tell me.
That's hard though. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because 23 years.
Yeah.
You're thinking now, what is he gonna do? You know, is elections for us? Is it bread and butter? Is all the man paying bills and take care of his family? So I hope, sir, that all will be well with you and family going forward.
Good luck, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so it says school walkout goes global. So hours before the national school walkout began in the United States, apparently students in other countries walked out to protest gun violence. In Dar es Salaam, students and teachers used the walkout as an opportunity to talk about gun violence and U.S. politics. There you go. Students have been, they've also been studying people younger than 25 who are changing the world. Wow.
And this is Tanzania.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're
Dar es
saying
Salaam.
in their country they're lucky that they are relatively gun-free. So it's not something the students have to think about. We don't hear much about those things coming out of that side of the world.
Yeah,
We always think that's where all the violence
that's
is.
the violence. But even in school, I saw the video of the youngsters who were apparently charged by the police.
Disrupting something.
Well, the one that they had an issue with the conductor. And there's this student with what do you call it, a meat cleaver in his hand.
Oh, you mean in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he has this
Yes.
meat cleaver in his big so, and
Yes.
it's great like that after the
Yes.
conductor, and
Yes.
someone had to grab him, and then when the bus drove off, they threw a stone and bust the bus window and another stone. These are high school students. That's incredible. Why in the world would you want to go to school with a chopper? Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand how we got to this. I mean, I understand violence.
If we don't address it at this level, it's coming down, And there are a lot of things, not just violence, that are happening in our schools.
Incredible.
Abuse of all kinds of.
I mean,
the National Council for Drug Abuse will tell you.
Yeah.
Alcohol and all kind of things, and we say, oh, these things are happening. Oh, they're not gonna change.
They kept hitting the guy, and they thumped him up, and then the guy had this meat cleaver in his hand, and I said,
like he was gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, I said, we want to do that.
That's just
wow.
And Steve McGregor said it one time that part of the challenge in Montego Bay. You were with me in Smile, Jamaica. You were talking to him. Is dispute resolution. People don't know how to have a conversation. If they have difference, the first thing them do is think, I'm gonna do somebody something.
Yep.
So.
And then it continues because I hurt you, and then somebody from your family hurt somebody from my family, and then it continues until, as I say, all that we just get hurt. So we have to smart now. All right, let me give you some happy birthday news. Happy birthday to Mrs. Paulette Roberts Dow. It's from your husband, but it's from your favorite niece, Yvette, your son, Capel, your husband, Michael, and the Roberts family. And they said later will be greater. Also, happy birthday to Sheila Parsons from Amara Roberts and the rest of the family. It says, have a great day. And to our colleague here, they call her Chin. Her name is Tanisha Porter. It's her birthday today. Here's a little fancy picture of Chin.
It's Chin's birthday?
Got Chin thing she had. Wait, where are you? Chin thing she had. So look at this picture. You're not supposed to be wearing tear-up pants to work, even though this don't look like work. Anybody go, look at that. You know, see Chin thing she had. She works in our library here, so I hope you have an absolutely amazing day today. Yes. And it's coming from your friend Naika and the rest of the friends and the folks in the library and from all of us. Have a great day.
Chris Mack give me one birthday greeting. I can't find my phone.
You can't find your phone.
Chris Mack,
where's your
happy
phone?
birthday to the person you wanted me to tell.
No,
happy birthday. Yolande, Mrs. Levy, today's your birthday. Woo.
So when you can't find your phone, where's your phone?
And me turn up the alarm.
So it's in your bag or you don't?
No, sir, they're in my yard somewhere. Workmen are in my house now, but everything is turned upside down.
Workmen in your house
The
now?
folks at Active home center said, they say hi.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
wonderful lady there used to
know.
work with you at Sport World. She said, never was my supervisor.
Sports World?
She said, never was my supervisor.
You know when Sports World was?
Yeah, she said, never
Sports
was
World
my
when I came to Jamaica. That was 1987.
She said, you were her supervisor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Lord, it didn't have my phone.
Oh. Well, good morning. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, folks. Have a great day today.
We'll make the dream become a reality. I know we will. Because our hearts tell us so.